And we are back, and this time with us, joining Catherine and myself, is Donald Wolcott. Donald, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
You are, as an amazing musician, working keyboards with Catherine. What is it exactly you guys are working on?
Well, what we did is he's arranging arrangements of the pieces on keyboard so that we can perform them in concerts at science fiction conventions and signings and things like that.
And you'll be singing.
Yes. You had to get that in there.
Oh, yeah, I had to get that in. Donald, let's talk a bit about your background. You've done rock. You're studying jazz right now, as I understand.
That's correct. I'm up at Towson University in north of Baltimore studying as a jazz performance major on piano.
And you've also been in rock bands in your earlier youth.
Yeah, well, all through high school I produced and performed with a rock band called 3 Easy Payments. So I did that for my high school years, so I've got those influences too.
And you do more than just play keyboards, which is what you're doing with Catherine, right? You play all kinds of instruments.
I do play a handful of instruments, yeah.
And so what was it like working on these songs and putting everything together and working with Catherine?
It was fun. I didn't have a whole lot to go on at first because I hadn't read the book at the time, so I had the Point Valid recordings, which is great stuff. So I kind of took that and tried to consolidate it into something that would work for a vocal and keyboard kind of ensemble.
And you are going to be performing for us here live at Fast Forward. One of the songs, I believe it's Starlight Child,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Starlight Child began as Diamond Star. And it was the first thing I wrote ever in my life. And when I wrote it, I thought, this is too classical for a rock song. And so I asked Haim, can you come up with something else for Diamond Star? And he did. Starlight Child became the piece that the character in the book wrote for his nephews. And in real life, it's dedicated to my daughter. And it's a very joyous piece.
And your daughter must be thrilled.
She seems to like it, yeah.
And how did you find Starlight Child, working on putting the keyboards together? And
Well, it was a fun piece to do. It wasn't that hard for me to put it together because I had the music and I had the recording. Like she said, it has like a classical influence to it, but it works in a rock setting too, and it's interesting to hear it with. I mean, you can definitely tell it's got like almost a march feel to it, and it's very. I don't know. It really speaks for the book and the. It's got a good feeling to it, and it's fun to play, and it's.
Yeah, he does. He's played it for me 3 different ways. One straight, one classical, almost like Bach, and one really jazzed up like a jazz.
well, that's great. We're going to run out of time, so why don't we go now and have listen to Donald Wolcott playing Starlight Child.